Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Peter McGuire. He's a CEO XM Australia. Peter, hi, good to have you. And it's an important day today and tomorrow, especially ahead of the central bank meetings. 25 basis point of a hike has been factored in. If we don't get that, then how is the market going to react?
Well, Manisha, good afternoon. I'll tell you what, I think it'll hit everyone by surprise because I think it's baked in and everyone's got their mindset that it's going to happen. But if it doesn't happen, well, I think the US dollar will tank. I think it'd really create much concern, and maybe that 12-session winning streak that we've seen on the Dow, I'm not sure whether you continue to get maybe another 12. So let's just wait and see how it all rolls. But it's certainly going to be an interesting 8 or 10 hours from here.
Oh, well, absolutely. So, okay, let's go in with the fact that 25 basis point of a rate hike just might happen, because that's exactly what the markets have factored in, and the previous Fed minutes also perhaps indicated towards that. How would you look at a forward guidance coming in then, and look at the month of July then, because we've seen most of the commodities actually posting a positive return from here on. Energy markets, for sure, that we've seen more cuts come in from OPEC and allies. The China demand has continued higher, more or less. How are you looking at the crude oil prices now for the month of July, taking a step back, and for this quarter now?
Well, we haven't got too long to go. We've got a weekend, and the next Monday's the 31st, and you've got $79.30 for Brent, $83.30 or so for WTI, I should say, and $83.30 for Brent. Possibly maybe another dollar up from here by end of month, Manisha, maybe $1.50. I think the momentum's to the upside. Let's see where that US dollar trades as well, because it's been very choppy and very volatile over the last week and a half. And I think further strength for that for the energy market certainly into August. So yeah, this the next probably 4 to 5 weeks, I won't be surprised to edge up even higher than what we are at the moment.
So would you look at 85, 90 kind of levels, because most banks and brokerages still believe that the crude prices can head higher by the end of this year?
Absolutely, I won't. I mean, you've also got. So I think that's first off, yeah, possibly a 90 by, sometime in August. I wouldn't be surprised, because you're only $6.50 or so from it. The second point is, of course, that you've got weather outages in the sense of hurricane season, and that really starts to gain momentum in the month of August. So you've only got to, if you had a bad hurricane season, in 3 or 4 weeks' time, then that can, or sooner, then that can really impact production. So, yes, at the moment, I think that it's edging higher. And I noticed the IMF, they've lifted, 3% target for growth for 2023. So, and they're pointing to the stability of the US. So, yeah, maybe we are looking for higher prices, Manisha.
Okay. Higher prices, do you think, are coming in for metals too? Because even with China's focused stimulus measures, whether it has been about automobile buying or electronics and consumers, private sector, public sector, even the real estate sector still awaiting a lot of stimulus measures here. How would you look at how the metals have been for the month of July, and what's your forecast from here?
Well, if I put my mind back over the last 24 hours, they've been pretty good, because I noticed zinc's up nearly best part of 3%. Copper was well bid up as well. That was up nearly 2%. So they've had a nice uptick. And I think that momentum, considering the stimulus measures coming from China, will point to a move upwards from here over the next month. So yes, possibly back above, maybe above 9,000 for copper, and zinc. Well, it's sitting at about 22.40, so I wouldn't be surprised to take a 2,500 handle out for zinc. So I think stronger demand picture, and certainly big push from China as far as stimulus, Manisha.
So while in the non-ferrous metals, you've mentioned about copper and zinc is where your buying strategies are. Any favorites when it comes to ferrous metals? Because iron ore seems to be doing well too.
Iron ore's had a great time. I mean, it's good for Australia, and I look at that and I wear that badge on my arm, in the sense of a proud Aussie, because our export numbers have been just absolutely monstrous into China this year, and the big, solid numbers. So, yes, I won't be surprised for iron ore to take another leg up, and possibly be good for any miners and all of the big, the Fortescues, the BHPs, all of that certainly into China.
And can't let you go, as always, without a word on currencies as a sector, because dollar index has come off its 15-month lows. Where do you see action coming in for the week now?
Well, it bounced from 99.60, Manisha. It's back at, the 101, 101.20 sort of number. Let's see where the Fed rolls. If it doesn't lift the 25, then I think you're going to be probably back at 99. But if it does, then I think it's probably baked in. You might see a little bit of a push to the upside. You've also got this week ECB tomorrow, and you've got Bank of Japan Friday. So it's a massive 3 days as far as currency complex. And yeah, we're keeping a very close eye on it. The market never sleeps, and neither do we seem to be, Manisha.
We hope that you get some sleep after the 3 big days that you're talking about, Peter. Thank you so much for joining in. In fact, thank you, Manisha, for taking us through this conversation as well.